As I sit here editing, the trailer is already 93 degrees, and it's only 10 a.m. We're going into our hottest week on property, but Athena and I have been stressing the winter. Someone in the comments recently mentioned protecting the trailer from rodents because as it starts to get cooler, they'll be looking for a place to call home. Well, it turns out they're already in the market.
We're going to be taking a break from the solar project. It's on pause for a couple days while we wait for our last few parts to get delivered so that we can finish the installation. While we're waiting for those parts, I'm taking the opportunity to do a little bit of cleaning. As you can see, the kitchen's kind of a mess, so it desperately needs a cleaning. And I'm general cleaning throughout the whole trailer, actually. But I'm really going to focus on the kitchen right now because I found evidence of a mouse. I'm not excited about that at all. So I'm gonna be deep cleaning this whole area. Everything's getting pulled out of the cabinets, disinfected. I'm gonna go through all the food. Jason's in town right now getting a trailer and he's gonna be making a dump run later. So perfect timing for me to just dig through everything, get out what needs to get out and clean everything up. After I clean up, we had picked up some mothballs and some traps. I read online that mothballs are a rodent deterrent. They don't like the smell of them. So after I clean everything up, I'm gonna be placing them throughout the trailer in spots that I think that they're possibly coming in at or have been going to. Also, we're gonna set up some traps to try to catch whatever is in the house. And then hopefully soon, we're gonna be getting a cat so that is more of a permanent solution for the rodent problem. But yeah, so today we're gonna get started cleaning.
Yeah, I know. It's a waste of money, but I'm used to keeping my car immaculate, and driving in a clean car relaxes me. It's been 17 days since we started solar, and at each step, well, with any luck you'll see next week. Suffice to say that at the moment, it appears that once our breakers arrive, we'll have the last piece of this annoying puzzle. And our septic inspection? Well, we've had an appointment twice, but there is a lot of rural area to cover and only one guy. Our septic installer, Emilio at Magana & Sons, has been fantastic, however, going above and beyond several times, but he can't finish the job until the inspector checks the tank, so we're stuck. Still, we're getting things done that need to get done, so time's not wasting, even if money is. So let's talk about these mice. We're gonna set some traps and lay some mothballs and we'll see. I'm sure it'll escalate Tom and Jerry style until we catch one. But we've decided to get a kitten as our long-term solution. Now, it'll have to grow into its role as thing catcher, but we hope this way Griever will be more accepting of it. Let's just say he's not a fan of cats. And honestly, neither am I. But a cat with utility would definitely convince me of the value in something that ruins your stuff with its urine. So we've taken 2 trips prior to the dump. Usually it's every few weeks. This time it's been a little longer. We're pushing 4 weeks since we've been to the dump. And this is our accumulation here. But with the infestation of mice in the trailer and the storage trailer, it looks like we're gonna have to keep up more on getting rid of the trash. So we're gonna get rid of all of our normal trash. The generator area's gotta go. We've lost these little shade structures here. They sell at Walmart for about 45 bucks. We've been through 3 now because of the winds. Anyway, let's get all this stuff into the trailer and out to the dump. So we got the trailer, so I figured we might as well take advantage of it. We got it for 24 hours. We went to the dump this morning and now we're going to get some of our bigger stuff out of storage. We've got a pretty heavy outside wooden table that we're gonna get to put on the other side of the trailer. So when we're out there lounging post 5 p.m. In the shade, that's somewhere nice to sit on and you know, put our phones and some drinks and things like that. We also have a little swing we're going to try to look for, and some art supplies that Athena's looking to get, as well as anything else of size that we can fit in the trailer. Really, we just want to take advantage of having the trailer while we got it. Great. So when we first got the property, the plan was pretty early to get a fence up for the dogs. But once we got here, priorities kind of shifted, and really you're dealing with, you know, that day's fire, whatever the biggest issue is for the week. And It seemed like the dogs were acclimating pretty well. They still are. They have found their perimeter of our area, and they kind of don't go past that. They do try to venture out to the creek every once in a while, but for the most part, they stay in the area and don't really run off. They've seen buzzards, ducks, antelope, cows, rabbits, squirrels, and all these different animals, but none of them have caused them to bolt and get into any kind of trouble. However, not having a fence has made it so when we do go into town and have to drive into, let's say, Reno twice in 1 week to get solar supplies, the dogs stay out and around the property if Adam is here and able to watch them, and if not, then they stay in the trailer. Generally, we keep the doors and the windows closed, and we keep the generator on with both ACs blasting, so that's nice and comfortable in there. It costs us a little bit of money, but it lets us leave here with the assurance that nothing is going wrong with our dogs. But if the weather's nice and cool and there's a decent breeze, then we open up all the windows and the screen doors and kind of let them hang out. Or at least we used to. About a month ago, we left for probably too long of a period of time, and Griever and or Sabine, we don't know which, got a little anxious and just basically pounced through the screen. Now, shortly after this happened, it became mosquito season, and there are these things here called no-see-ums that are very small, and even the mosquitoes, the younger ones, are small enough to fit through the holes in this particular type of screen. So while we wanted to have the screen doors open early in the morning and anytime after dusk, it is a no-go because the mosquitoes and no-see-ums are out in force and they're looking for anything to feed on. All that is to say that we didn't get to fixing the screens right away because we knew that rather than fixing the existing ones, what we wanted to do was upgrade them to a finer mesh to make sure that none of the bugs can get in. I don't know if it'll help with the dust. I doubt it. The dust is it's microscopic. You just can't fight it. But if it does cut down even a noticeable percentage, then it's worth it. So let's get to replacing these screens, and then hopefully we can start using them again. All right.
While Jason's editing today, I'm gonna take the opportunity to get our laundry taken care of. I have a mountain of laundry to do, so it's gonna be pretty much my whole afternoon. I have so much to do partly because of the mouse situation. I've stripped down all of our blankets and seat covers, and that's gonna get washed with our regular laundry. But I also have a ton to do because I took last weekend off for my birthday and I didn't do any laundry. I had a wonderful, lazy day, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I just did a bunch of drawings, and Jason took me to go get some Korean food, which was delicious. It was a great day. I also wanted to thank everybody for all the birthday wishes. It was really lovely, and I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone.
We still haven't caught our critters. The mothballs lasted only a night before their smell overwhelmed even us. And the traps we set went untouched. Still, I think we'll have it dealt with before winter. During my first week here, the possibility that the generator might fail terrified me. That thing was far outside of my skill set. This week it stalled twice. The first time it was just low on oil, but what was left needed to be changed. And the second time it was the filter that needed cleaning. It had been facing into the wind and dust had gummed it all up. But it's been less than 3 months, so what's changed? Experience.